So recently a certain game released that blew the critics from their socks, and they had no choice but to give the game a 10 out of 10. Surely you know what game I'm talking about. It is a mixtape. Certainly after some time the players started bashing on the game because, well, that's how the internet works. We can only have extremes. So I decided to play the game for myself. Was that a good idea? I'm not sure. Before starting this game, I do hope it's not as bad as the internet made it seem. So, let's mix this tape. Yeah, what a pun.
The compact disc delivers crisp, high-fidelity audio in a portable form factor with a 16-bit signal and a staggering 74 minutes of playtime.
We start the game by realizing it's stretched down, because my laptop is not in the scale of an HD video. Yeah, let me fix that for you real quick. Is that a bit better? I hope so. Either way, we start the game by skating down a hill on a road with some blasting music in the background. I love the music, I ain't gonna lie. Other than that, it's actually more of a movie intro than anything else. The creator's name pop up and really nothing else of interest happens, aside for the fact that it sets up the premise of the whole story. There is a party going to happen the evening before the main character Stacy is going to New York to chase her oh so realistic dream. And obviously that's the last time she and her friends can spend time together, so this will definitely go smoothly. We arrive at Stacy's house and she goes into a monologue, looking at the camera talking about music. Sure, I guess. Okay, cool. I don't know what to think about this. It's very unnecessary, but I'm not sure if it's something people did back in the 90s, cause that was not born by then. She talks how she wants to become a music supervisor because I guess that job exists. That's honestly a weird passion, but I ain't here to laugh at people's passion. I'm just here to play a game. We proceed to Stacy's room after she disrespects her dad because that's cool. And then rewind a mixtape. I feel like that's not how rewinding a mixtape works. Yeah, doesn't that mess up with the cassette? Doesn't that break it? Well then, don't ask me, I ain't a professional here. I then proceed to do the most disturbing shit in a video game ever. Why? What is artistic about this? What's fun about this? Oh well, what can you do? The next flashback is an interactive kind of music thingamabob. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, because it's just fun to jam to the music, but there really isn't anything else to it. I can just sit here and not touch the controller, but that would be boring. Not that touching the controller isn't boring in this section. I then have to look for 3 pictures that are scattered around the room, so I can remember the next cool thing the main character did. Yeah, this is cool, but still somehow not that interactive. I don't have to do much to get past all the obstacles. It looks cool though, and the music is absolutely bumping. Hell yeah! That certainly had a splashy end. Though very unrealistic, because most shopping carts of the time probably had a lot of that one wheel that just was stuck or it wouldn't turn. So I can't imagine a shopping cart doing all that. We then get another flashback of Stacy stealing a lighter for Cassandra, cause that's cool. Stacy does not have enough alcohol in the stash, so they go to her sister's room to find some more, and lo and behold, it's time for some more flashbacks. A slushy flashback, where we just make slushies and meet Stacy's arch rival. No clue what her name is, I just know she hates her. In another flashback, we take funny pictures. Honestly, that was fun, not gonna lie, that was kind of a fun interactive thing. Sadly enough, it was short and honestly kinda nonsensical, but it was fun. We then get put back 3 years in the past and gotta find a cabin in the woods, and honestly, I think this game is about drugs now. Cause yeah, look at it! You can see it, right? Obviously I think this game is about drugs. It's in the 90s. This also made me realize that the frame rate of the characters and their models just aren't the same styles as the surroundings. The surroundings are semi-realistic and the characters, well, they move at like 15 frames per second, and on top of that they look like clay. So it's a mishmash of different art styles. Either way, we arrive at the secret hideout and that's the end of it, because now it's time to leave Stacy's room and head over to the next room, that of Cassandra. Of course we skate to the place, but in between we see a cutscene about how Cassandra joined the gang. Yeah, so cool. Yeah. First we make a little stop at a lake where I throw rocks and the main characters talk about stuff. That's it. Wow, I'm overwhelmed with emotion. We finally get to Cassandra's room and get some more info about how her parents are so strict and so horrible. Wow! It's all said in such a monotone voice that I don't even care about all that. We then have something more interesting in this game, and that's the baseball minigame, which represents how Cassandra was amazing at the game, just dropped it, cause it wasn't her choice. And that actually is one of the better scenes in this game for me, cause first Stacy tries to hit the ball and it's really difficult to handle because Stacy sucks at baseball. But then we play with Cassandra and we easily hit every single ball. Well, we should technically easily hit every single ball, but I'm bad at this game so I don't. Yeah, but with every good shot the terrain changes and I think that's so cool. I love it. And then it goes to shit because, well, Cassandra just gives up on the dream of becoming a really good baseball player and just, rebels against it, and I love that. And then we start actually throwing toilet paper at the principal's house. Yeah, hooray! Because you know what, it's cool! It was a flashback by the way, so don't worry about it now. And then we see betrayal. Yes, Cassandra was not feeling it to hang out with Stacy and she lied. And she spent time with Stacy's rival. How could she? How could she? Well, it's teenage drama and that actually makes sense why Stacy hates her rival now. Yeah, I still can't figure out the name though. I honestly think the way she reacted was really good. I think that was really well implemented. It was silent, but honestly, you don't have to have words to give emotion. And I loved it. Then we get a few more flashbacks, but I honestly don't see them as that important considering a lot of that stuff has already been said. But well, it's fluff I guess. All games need that. Now we swap out batteries in the most slow way ever. Yeah, I have never seen this in any video game ever. So I guess this could have been a cutscene. But it wasn't, so time for a dino park. Apparently because that's where teenagers go. Oh, it's abandoned. Yeah, that's where teenagers go. This is honestly a really cool place and I can't get over how cool it looks. And actually how much I actually want to explore it myself in real life. But yeah, it's a big missed opportunity to add some more creativity into the game, like puzzles to turn on the lights. Not just a handle you flip, That could have honestly been such a good moment in the game. If you don't know what to do gameplay wise for the game, either look at Mario Party minigames or puzzles. Honestly, I really loved it when I could act like Godzilla, cause a 15-year-old me would do that. I ain't gonna lie, I would still do it today. Yeah, there is some deep talk from the characters here and there, but I'll be honest, it's not deep enough, especially for teenagers. Teenagers are questioning life at that point. They do ask a lot of deep questions and I feel like this game is too tame in that aspect, sadly enough. It could have done so much more with it. We then get greeted by the obvious teenage heart attack, a parent coming home earlier than expected. I had that many times, sadly enough. Cassandra gets grounded and she has to stay home tonight even though it's the last time she can spend with her friends. And somehow, as an adult, now the dad is actually making a lot of sense. Yeah. Stacy is selfish as fuck like a teenager, so she explodes cars and other things by flipping them off. Once again, a cool thing that could have been made even better as a minigame. I obviously jam to the music and flip off everything to the beat of the music, cause that's fun. We then finally reach the secret hideout to find some booze. We then gonna find a bunch of different pictures to find clues on where the booze is. And well, guess what? We can paint the door. Yeah, sure, once again, could have been a minigame. I made it pretty though. I know. Honestly, the sweeping minigame was pretty fun, I ain't gonna lie. And so was a minigame with the car. That was also actually pretty fun. Could have been made more engaging, but I say that too much. And then there was a carrying the sofa minigame, and honestly, sure, that's okay I guess, but I completely forgot about it when I was making the script. So here I am telling you that we did that. Yeah, that was definitely not an interactive minigame. Like, this game is so weird. It wants to be weird, and yet it's very tame in its minigame section. Like, why? Why not add more weirdness to it? Make it fun! Anyway, we find the good old booze, obviously, and Cassandra is back with Stacy's arrival because, well, it wasn't awkward at all, you know. And yeah, Stacy and Cassandra get into a big fight. Teenage drama, gotta love it. Well, either way, what I love about this scene though is how Stacy deals with her emotions when they well up. Putting up some music to distract herself. I actually do that too, but not instantly after an argument when the person is right there with you, but I do see a teenager doing that, not gonna lie. Also props to the voice actors for like portraying the emotion really well. Now we are in Slider's room. Some weird stuff happens, and no, not that kind. Just music and artsy weirdness, which I'm into, funnily enough. And now there's a flashback of them being drunk and we gotta find a movie. Yeah, this is fun. This is Drunk Simulator. Yeah, I think it's pretty well done, but once again, could have been more interactive. But, you know, I always say that, so, you know. At this point, you already know. It actually took me an embarrassingly long time to actually get through this section. Cause I couldn't really see cause I was drunk. Well, now you gotta know that Cop Man, Cassandra's father, came by Slider's house and talked to his mom about the party being busted. And some teenager drinking where Cassandra is drinking now. So, you know what Stacy does? Like any good friend, she runs to go save her friend from her evil dad. This is the section where you get prompted to do different things, but you can also just put the controller down. And yeah, that works. Once again, I don't want to repeat myself. Cool music though. Yeah, that's fun. And then Stacy does stuff to provoke Cassandra's dad, and honestly, she's right. The dad for once isn't, in my opinion. Not sure if that helped him realize something about his daughter, but I sure hope so. Either way, the dad goes back to search for Cassandra, but Slater is an absolute legend and saves us. Woohoo! Cutscene stuff, you know. Who cares? And guess what? A random ass character appears, and you know, she knows Stacy because, well, she's friends with Stacy's sister. And guess what? The party is saved, and we set up some kick-ass fireworks. Would have been cool as a minigame, but nah, no need. Like, this is a game about music. Where are the rhythm minigames? And in total Grease fashion, the car starts flying. Holy shit, they are on drugs. Guess where the party is? Yes, the secret hideout, which, by the way, the random ass characters actually should know about, but they forgot. Yeah, sure, video game writers. We also can flip off random strangers. I actually like this camcorder style, I'm not gonna lie, just going around the party and talking to everybody with the goated music in the background. Honestly, this is a really fun section, so hey, I'ma give them props. I felt like I was actually just Slider filming around. This shit is fun. I actually never went to a party, so yeah. This is my first real party, woohoo! Well, I'm a sad human being by human standards, man. I think we're at the final part of the game, but oh no. I really thought the credits would play at this point, but no! Don't play with fireworks, you know that. So goodbye, secret hideout. I saw you for a few minutes, but I will miss you. Of course, the cops had to ruin this sad moment. Then Cassandra has her moment to rebel, because that's something we all did as teenagers, you know? Wanting to be free, and you know, I get it. It's not the best scene about it, but it's not bad either. And then we float, so yeah, definitely drugs. Yeah. Stacy says her goodbyes to everyone, and honestly, this was a good game now that I fully finished the game. It's not a 10 out of 10, obviously, but it ain't a 1 out of 10. It's just a good game. Nothing more. It's not a great experience, it's not an amazing experience, it's just a decently good game. It's a fun experience if you're into those kind of games, and it actually had a really positive lasting impression on me, and I always think that's a good thing in my opinion. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed my experience with this game. I liked it enough to make a video on it, and I will definitely make more videos of this kind. Tell me what other games I should play through, and I will see you all later. Like and subscribe. See ya.